Hello, guys, and we are here for some great game day bingo action. Super excited to be here with you guys live as we're going to be streaming live on the Pilot TVs, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/Pilot TV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch. So hopefully you guys are sending in some comments on those streams. If you do shoot out a comment, let us know where you're playing at or what game you're playing, and we'll shoot you out some luck as you get after it in that awesome bingo.
Absolutely. We can't wait to give out some of these great prizes here playing this awesome live bingo. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled in all the installed at great restaurants like Gordy's Place, the Turtle River Chop House, Gino's Bar and Grill, Big Whitey's Bar and Grill, VFW Hote Lakes, El Barco Mexican Restaurant, the Twin Bluffs, New Richland Liquor Company, Buffalo Wild Wings Bemidji, Shaggy's Bonfire, Castaway's Isle, and even the Midtown Bar and Grill.
Good job to each and every one of those locations. We definitely shoot you out some luck as you get on after it in this first round of Game Day Bingo. In this first round of Game Day Bingo, we're working on some fantastic prizes, like a minor jackpot that isn't even available in this game,
Mhm.
$193 there at 52 balls or less. And that's not available because the major prize is sitting at 53 balls or less, $5,444. Should be great stuff getting after that major prize in this game. You're also working on that mega prize. It's at $21,037 that you could take home in 47 balls or less.
Absolutely. We definitely want to be giving out those great jackpots to you guys out there playing. We've got some of you already 5 balls away, and we'll have to see who's going to be taking home what prize. As we do that, we're going to talk about some of those great players who already took home some great prizes just yesterday, and in fact, over the last 3 days, because we got a whole weekend of jackpots to talk about. Over the last 7 days, we were able to give out 25 different jackpots, and we have officially hit over 400 jackpots for season 14, as
Ooh.
we currently sit at 403 for the season.
Nice job. Yeah, 12 jackpots going out this weekend. Before we get into those 12 jackpots, though, we should be giving out a Musco prize in this game right here as we've moved past all of our jackpot prizes. But that means those will be growing and rolling into our game number two of Game Day Bingo. Right now, in this game number one, we already have quite a few players 2 balls away, and I'm sure we're going to be seeing that 1 ball away mark as it pops up right in front of me right here. We got Nan and 6'9 T Bird working on it.
And there it is. We have Tyler who was able to take it away over at TT's Tilted Tavern Bar and Grill. They took away that awesome prize of $14.60. Nicely done taking away that great Musco prize in this first round of lunch or of game day bingo. We definitely have a lot more of these games here for you guys during this lunchtime show. So make sure you guys get enrolled in a game number two.
Absolutely continue getting enrolled in press and play as we get into the jackpots that went out this past weekend. The first jackpot went out on Friday to Den Flick over at Wilton Liquor Store, taking home $729. Not a bad prize to start off that Friday.
Absolutely, as we had another jackpot going out on Friday, and it went out to Pizza Sauce. They ended up taking home $695 while playing over at Caspy's Cherokee Sirloin.
Ooh, definitely some tasty stuff there. What is your favorite kind of barbecue sauce now that you've experimented a little bit more with barbecue sauce as your main sauce? I know there's people who put ranch as their sauce of choice on their pizzas, and so do you have a favorite sauce?
On pizzas?
Yes,
Oh, definitely barbecue.
barbecue.
Honey barbecue.
It's so tasty. It's such a good
It's my
ad.
favorite
I
pizza
can't I
sauce.
can't have it for every pizza, but for one of my pizzas in every order, it always have to have one barbecue bacon pizza. It's so tasty. I'm actually craving that today. Uh,
I was actually craving that as well.
well, I'm glad we're on the same page. Good job to Pizza
Absolutely.
Sauce for giving us the idea to have some pizza on today. $695 went out to you. Taking home a split win of $2,500, each of them getting $625. We had STSH over the Blue Line Sports Bar and Grill.
Stash.
Stash over the Blue Line Sports Bar and Grill. Dangerous D over at Danny's Dugout. Twins over at the Fireside Getaway. And Vinny over at Roddy's Bar. They each took home $625 in that great $2,500 split win in Pilot Payday.
Awesome stuff that four different players could take home a prize in that cut, and each of them getting over that $600 amount. That is just an awesome jackpot in those pilot payday opportunities. You guys definitely need to be checking that out every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You have just about 30 seconds to get enrolled in this next game as we continue talking about those jackpots, as we had one final one going out on Friday. Ended up going out to player Robert as they played over at the Benton Station. They got to take home a whopping $3,593 jackpot, the largest jackpot of Friday.
Oh, good job, Bob. Moving on to our Saturday jackpots, we had Sinsky over at Handlebar taking home one of our larger jackpots of the weekend, $7,381 going out to Sinsky.
Absolutely nicely done. Next up, we had Chrissy over at the Hayloft who got to take home $2,937.
Great job to Chrissy. Hayloft made me think of those hay rides, and I'm very disappointed that I did not go on a hay ride this fall, which is, I feel like, always a great time in the fall
Yeah,
season.
I feel like I have had very minimal opportunities to do a hayride. I think I've only done like two in my life.
Really?
And so I would very much like to experience one
I
again.
really enjoy them whenever I get the opportunity to do them. Well, good job to Chrissy getting the win over at the Hay Loft. Moving on to our next jackpot, we had Randy over at Clive's Roadhouse, Burnsville, take home a nice prize of $840.
Nicely done. Now we had more jackpots going out, and our next one out went out to Kyle. They, excuse me, they were playing over at the Crazy J's Bar and Grill. They got to take home $801.
Great job to finish off that Saturday. As we only had one jackpot go out on Sunday, as we saw Minnesota 21 over at the Old Piper in Blaine take home $3,976 on that lovely Sunday opportunities of bingo. It definitely was a lot of fun this weekend, giving out a lot of great prizes. Too bad this weekend we couldn't see also the Vikings get a
I was
win
just about to ask of how that turned
as
out.
the Broncos ended up winning last minute. Vikings led for pretty much the
I was gonna
majority
say.
of the game and just weren't able to sneak out the win. Turnovers were the name of the game and the reason it seemed like we lost. As it seems like
I was
it's
gonna
the
say that's like
way
when
we've lost every single game this year.
yeah.
So cleaning up some of those turnovers, I know there's a lot we can talk about. As I'll talk a little
Yep.
bit about it today, and we'll talk even more during our happy hour action with that skull bingo running from 4 to 6. But if you're not playing our live bingo, we'd love for you to check out one of our favorite ETAB games, Wicked Seas. Check out the treasure map bonus, or see if you could spin the helm and try and land on some great prizes in that wheel bonus as well. Either way, you should be taking home some awesome prizes in that pirate themed ETAB game.
Absolutely. Wicked Seas, wherever you play pilot games today, it is a great one. If you guys want to stay up to date with everything going on with pilot games, though, well, before I jump into any of those other updates, we have a great player we need to announce.
Yeah, Mikey Mike as well as M Dog. They're going to be splitting up $24.30 on that must go prize in this game number 2 of Game Day Bingo. We'll now be getting rolled into a game number 3 with this minor jackpot clicking up from 54 to 56 balls or less. Major prize still at 53 balls or less, and mega prize at 47 balls or less. But as you guys get enrolled into this game number 3, Jordy's going to talk about that lovely bingo schedule that we'll be playing all day with you.
Actually, I was about to highlight our social media that you
Oh,
guys definitely need to go and check out. He's just super excited about all the cash opportunities that are coming your way
well, you
today.
can find that weekly bingo schedule on that Facebook page.
Oh,
So,
absolutely. And a ton more as well. You can stay up to date with all of those schedules, our weekly updates, our big reminders, player pictures, seeing those progressives, whatever they may be at. You can even send in all those player pictures and seeing them posted as well. There's a link tree at the top of our Facebook page, where if you go and click that, it's got direct links to all of our other social medias like Twitter and Instagram, as well as all the locations around Minnesota that you guys can go and check out Pilot Games.
oh, yeah. And don't forget about PGL.world there as well
Ooh.
and become a part of our league. It's all great stuff right just a click away on that Facebook page.
Hmm.
But if you guys just want to know our weekly bingo schedule, just open up your ears and listen as we're about to go over it for you guys. From 12 to 1, we're here right now playing this game day bingo. We'll be playing 12 games during this 12 to 1 time of lunchtime game day bingo, getting after that minor, major, and mega prize. As you can see, 56 balls or less for the minor, 53 balls or less for the major, and 47 balls or less for the mega. Every time that minor prize doesn't go out, it clicks up 2 balls, getting more exciting exciting each and every game. As soon as it goes out, reverts back to 52 balls or less, meaning for a lot of fun in game day bingo. We'll be ending off our live broadcast at 1 p.m. as you'll get into your first unhosted game of bingo of Lucky Four. It has one of our favorite jackpots available of today, $78,359. It's a tough win, but it is a great opportunity to take home some big cash.
Absolutely. You guys definitely want to be coming out for that. It is a lot of fun. And then after that, you guys will get into some more game day bingo. That's going to be ran from 1 all the way till 4 p.m. uninterrupted and unhosted. At 4 p.m., though, you get a second opportunity at Lucky 4 Bingo that could potentially have over that $78,000 on the line if it does not go out at 1. And you guys will definitely want to be coming out for that because that's the marker when Ian and I come back on air. You definitely want to be there for it because we got Skull Bingo that's ran today and every single day from 4 to 6. And today we're going to be starting off with a line prize at $159 that can always be taken home in 10 balls or less. That large frame at $2,555 that can always be taken home in 43 balls or less. And that coverall jackpot that has grown to $29,112 that can be taken home in 50 balls or less. You'll definitely want to be checking out that great game today from 4 to 6.
Oh, yeah. And you always want to stick around all the way till 6 p.m. because for the first half of the week, we like to end off with a little Lucky Four bingo at 6 p.m. That's what you'll be playing tonight, your third and final opportunity at that $78,000. But the other half of the week, from Wednesday all the way to Friday, we actually play Pilot Payday at 6 p.m. instead. It's 10 cents a card with a $2,500 must go prize. You definitely don't want to miss out on that Pilot Payday action Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But obviously, tonight, another opportunity at that awesome over $70,000 Lucky Four bingo prize. Then from 6 all the way till 10 tonight, you'll be getting after some more game day bingo, getting after that minor, major, and mega prize once again. We do like to interrupt that game day bingo from 6 to 10 every once in a while, and that's for PGL Specialty Nights. That's when we play that tournament style bingo and give out some awesome PGL points to those Pilot Gambling League members. And the
Oh, yeah.
first and the first one coming up this week is MegaSota Game Night. It gets started at 6:40 as it does every single Tuesday. We're going to be giving out a lot of great prizes while playing those awesome PGL games. As we try and give out some awesome, as they try and give out some awesome prizes, they'll be ending off with a little jackpot jungle grand finale with one of the best prizes available, $12,854. You can take home in 54 balls or less.
Absolutely. And then that just the night after it, on Wednesdays, each and every week, Ian and I have the distinct privilege of having those great Wild Wednesdays. We host that each and every Wednesday from 7 p.m. to about 9 p.m. at night, and we have a ton of fun tournament style games and PGO points to be awarded. But we're giving out a prize right now, so we got to highlight this great winner.
Jeremy over the Third Rail Bar and Grills taking home $32.40 on that must go prize. Great job to you, Jeremy, as we now get enrolled into a game number 4 with that minor prize clicking up to 58 balls or less.
Absolutely. And as you guys continue to get enrolled in this next round, we got to talk about some of those other great, or all the great stuff that's going on with that schedule, like that MegaSota game night and Wild Wednesday. If you plan on coming out for either of them, you need to go and sign up at pgl.world to become a member of the Pilot Gambling League and earn the PGL points that happen on those nights.
Absolutely. Get enrolled, press play. We want to give out a lot of great prizes on all of our live bingo. But as we are playing this live bingo, we want to talk about some national days. Our very first national day is actually a World Day, World Children's Day. Each year on November 20th, World Children's Day promotes the welfare of children around the world. The day also spreads awareness for issues that children face and uh, celeb- celebrates internationally together
Yeah,
togetherness.
absolutely. This is definitely a great day to come together and celebrate children all around the world because they are definitely in such a pivotal spot in their lives
Oh
with
yeah.
such developmental skills that are they are gaining each and every day from their environment around them. And so today is the day to cherish tomorrow's future.
Yeah, there's a ton of people out there currently right now helping out kids. As I know that for me personally, youth sports had a huge impact of me growing up. It taught me a ton of lessons,
Mhm.
working with people, how to work hard to achieve goals, and other just little things that it taught me throughout growing up. And a lot of you guys are out there helping out those youth sports that maybe gets overlooked because you're like, oh, I just give some money to a hockey organization, but that hockey organization makes a huge impact on those kids' lives and making it affordable for kids to be able to play hockey or whatever sport it may be is huge stuff to help out those kids within your direct community.
Absolutely. And happy World Children's Day. This is a great one to celebrate on today. Next up, we're going to be jumping into National Absurdity Day. And on November 20th, National Absurdity Day reigns supreme. Oddness and weirdness take on over, and we're not sure why, but it does on today.
Oh, absolutely. What is your favorite absurdity? I am going to go with my favorite absurdity is the jellyfish. Just doesn't make sense to me. It's just like a bag of like it almost looks like plastic out there, but it's
Yeah, there's
like
no bones, no organs, no brain,
yeah, it's just a like a bag of
a blob
fluid.
of plasma.
Yeah, exactly. Just absurdity. That's it just seems absurd to me. So that'll be my example of
That's a good
absurdity on
one.
today because jellyfish they just don't make sense to me.
Oh, I don't know if I have anything like that.
Let me think. What else is
Just
absurdity
doesn't make sense.
to me?
I have specific ones. Like in metro cities where there's the left-hand turns, but they're on the left side of the road to keep hugging it instead of the right side of the road where you're supposed to
Yes,
drive. Those.
you don't like
I don't
those.
like those. They're
I
not absurdities, but
but the I you
those
just
don't make sense to me.
they feel absurd in your brain.
Yes,
I
they
get that.
do.
I get that. I can see it because
Yeah.
it doesn't feel right.
I'm like, come on,
I
you
do
could.
feel
It's fine. You can just make them
I
normal.
do understand that. Another
Really, all
absurdity.
metro city driving.
Yeah,
Absurdity.
absurdity. In a kind of a cooler way of absurdity, coral reefs, absolutely
Yeah.
crazy to me just to see this wildlife grow underneath the surface of the water, and you can just
Hmm.
see it just like create all these cool colors and different things, and it just doesn't make sense to me because it's like, how can something be? It can just be
Satellite
so
images
absurdity.
from outer space. You can take a picture of me on the sidewalk.
Oh yeah. Just walking around on Google Earth
Yeah.
Street View. Absurdity.
Absurdity.
You
You
can
get some weird stuff there.
that was one of my favorite hobbies as a kid, because they would allow you get on Google Earth
Yeah.
on your school computer, and it would just be like trying to find random little places that would be
Oh, it's great
absurdity.
now because now we have such a widespread social media that people post the coordinates to put in to find weird
Oh
stuff.
yes.
And so we are at a day and age where if you want to find weird stuff, people have already located it and have it served on a silver platter to you.
Yeah, just straight absurdity right there for you.
Yeah.
Well, we
Internet absurdity.
for real. We have 60 balls dropped in this game, moving past all of our jackpot prizes. Looks
Yes.
like we're going to be giving out a $42.90 must go prize to Jeremy over the Third Rail Bar and Grill Big Lake. Great job to you, Jeremy, in this game number 4 of Game Day Bingo. We'll now be getting enrolled into a game number 5. High likelihood we see this minor prize go out in this game 5 as it clicks up to 60 balls or less. But that's not to move on too quickly from that major prize at 53 balls or less, very doable there, and the mega prize at 47 balls or less, $21,000.
Absolutely. Well, as you guys are getting enrolled in that next one, happy National Absurdity Day.
Oh, absolutely. Be absurd on today. Next up is National Peanut Butter Fudge Day. National peanut butter lovers and fudge lovers come together on November 20th to celebrate National Peanut Butter Fudge Day.
Absolutely.
One of
This
my
is a
favorite types
great
of
one.
fudges.
Yeah, we actually have a peanut butter fudge ice cream in our freezer right now.
Ooh, yes, we do. It's super tasty. Anything
Hmm.
mixed with a little peanut butter fudge is super
You
good.
really can't go wrong.
Um,
Peanut butter and chocolate is just the ideal combination.
Now, it isn't really a peanut butter fudge, but you could definitely replace it. You put that little bit of peanut butter fudge into a little cookie. It's super tasty. We usually have like peanut butter filled little wafer cookies that are our
Yes.
favorites, and I
Like
think
tag alongs, like those Girl Scout cookies, those
yeah,
are like the ones we go for.
absolutely. And you replace that peanut butter with a little peanut butter fudge.
Oh,
Ooh, would
absolutely.
be delicious.
And I'm a big fan of any of those kind of cookie package
Uh
things
huh.
that are the fudge covered ones.
Oh
Whether
yeah,
they be Oreo, Nutter Butter, or anything, they just are just so supreme when
so
they are
tasty.
covered in fudge.
Absolutely agree with that. Peanut butter fudge, so tasty. Whenever I go and get like, those
Actual
slices
fudge,
of
yes.
fudge, I always make sure to get
Well, we
like
have to.
a chocolate peanut butter marbled fudge
Yeah,
is
we
what I
always get
really
at least
enjoy.
one Reese cup version, and then Yeah, it's always a staple one.
Yeah, it's so tasty. It's really, really good. So have some peanut butter fudge on today if you can get your hands on it, because it's a very, very tasty treat. That
Absolutely.
I feel like though I only like getting fudge from like good places to get
Yeah,
fudge. So I'll have to make a
like
trip.
tourist
Yeah,
towns
maybe
and
maybe we have to make a trip up to our buddy John Higgins, who's near Fudge, the Fudge,
capital.
yeah, with Mackinac Island. So should be fun stuff. I enjoy some peanut butter fudge on today.
Absolutely. Next up, we have National Child's Day. And on November 20th each year, it recognizes National Child's Day and the potential that's represented by our children's ambitions, dreams, and goals. Through educational goals, STEM projects, and academic missions, educators and families join forces to provide excellence at all levels of education. This one goes hand in hand with World Children's Day. This
Hmm.
is definitely a great one that further promotes education in the field of STEM and other academic pursuits as well.
Yeah, this one, yeah, it's slightly different than the original World Child's Day,
Yeah,
Children's Day that we talked about. As the first one is the kind of
more like
a,
the togetherness and
yeah, trying to help children with the issues that they face. This one more trying to provide that really needed education that can help them pursue a very productive career paths later on in life, whether finding
mhm.
their love of STEAM projects or any kind of other things that can make them more educationally inclined.
Absolutely. This is all about making sure that the children of today thrive for tomorrow. And so it's an awesome one to celebrate National Child's Day on today.
Absolutely. We do have 33 balls dropped in this game as we're working towards that 60 ball or less minor prize. As we're working on this, I would like to highlight one of our favorite E-Tab games. We actually teamed up with the Minnesota Twins to create this E-Tab game. It's called Twins Win. You can even pick out a lucky batter in that home run derby bonus round. If you pick out the right one, you'll be taking home some grand slam prizes. It's always a lot of fun playing some Twins Wins action, and especially while our Twins are in their off season, and we want to send some luck over to them as they prep up for the regular season next year.
Oh, absolutely. Go and check out Twins Win wherever you guys play pilot games and show your support. It's a lot of fun. You also show your support by playing the great Game Day Bingo games we're playing right now each and every day. If you end up taking home these great prizes in Game Day Bingo, you'll end up taking home some cash along with those points to compete against each other in those Game Day Bingo standings. We're going to be jumping into those top 10s for you guys as you work towards these great prizes in around number 5. Yeah, round number 5 officially. But we're kicking off 10th place with Nan as they currently sit with 55,000 points as they play over at Corky's Bar, South Haven. Good to see you, Nan, longtime player.
Before you get into ninth through first, we do have a split win on that Musco.
Ooh.
$55.20 is being split up between Cubby over at HR Pasties and 6'9" T-Bird over at the Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. Good job to both of our winners splitting up that Musco prize. That does mean that jackpot minor prize will be growing and rolling into our next game, continuing to grow in monetary amount, but will also be clicking up from 60 balls or less to 62 balls or less. If we get it past 62 balls or less, I don't know what to tell you. I rarely ever see that happen. So get enrolled, press play, just 2 minutes to get after some awesome prizes in this game number 6 of Game Day Bingo.
Absolutely. You guys definitely want to be getting enrolled in this awesome round. And as you guys are doing so, I still have almost an entire top 10 standings to talk about. I had just, in fact, shouted out Nan, who was in 10th place as they sit with that 55,000 points. But jumping right back into those top 9, ninth place starts off with Player as they're over at the Boulevard Tavern and currently sit with 57,000 points. With 58,000 points in 8th place, we have Mad Dog playing over at Egan's Arms Public House.
Shout out Mad Dog. I got to see him this week, and right
Whoop
at
whoop.
and afterwards, he told me, he was like, "Hey, I gotta go head out. Got to go play some poker and play some pilot games." Left
Obviously.
left, and I get a see a little jackpot message pop up and see that Mad Dog had won a jackpot literally just like a few hours after he had left hanging out with us. So shout out Mad
Incredible.
Dog getting some wins out there, and also landed in 8th place in these game day bingo standings.
Absolutely great stuff. Nicely done to Mad Dog. Jumping into that 7th place spot, though, and they currently sit with 60,000 points, we have Towley. They're playing over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. Now in 6th place, we have Super D as they play at the Shore 96 and currently sit with 63,000 points. 72,000 points for fifth place. Why not me? Playing at Beatles Bar and Grill. While in fourth, we have Mike over at the Sherwood Lounge, who sits with 82,000. Now, with 83,000 points, right ahead of him in third place, we've got Rock Ryder over at the Incline Station Bowling Center. Second place is Mikey Mike over at the Old Piper in Blaine, as they sit with 90,000 points. And then a hop, skip, and a jump into the first place. It is a huge gap separating them and our second place player. It is Call Me Jen over at JR Mac, who has accumulated 207,000 points on the season so far.
Good job to call me Jen. The only location in
Player.
only player in a 100,000 point club.
Mm-hmm.
Mikey Mike, a full, almost let's see, 117,000
Yep.
points behind Call Me Jen. Call Me Jen has
Crazy.
been dominating. Onto the location side of these standings in 10th place, we got Eagles of Watana with 109,000 points. With 129,000 points in ninth place, it's the Country Lounge. Eighth place is Shady's Railside with 130,000 points, as our seventh place location sits with 137,000 points. Wait, 135,000 points, Sherwood Lounge. Sixth place is Leo's Bar Newmarket with 137,000 points, as our fifth place location is the Boulevard Tavern with 151,000 points. 161,000 points for fourth place, Old Piper and Blaine, as JR Mack is in third with 243,000 points. With 273,000 points in second place, it is VFW Spring Lake Park, but our number one location is Carboni's Pizza CR Billards. They sit with a grand total of 283,000 points and have started to, make a little bit of a gap between them and VFW Spring Lake Park as they've been back and forth for that first place spot all season long. We'll see if they can continue to build their lead.
Absolutely. That is some awesome stuff. Make sure you guys are coming out each and every day for all those game day bingo opportunities.
Absolutely. As you guys are working on some great bingo opportunities here. Well, I should say, if you're not working on some great opportunities here, you should check out our e-tabs. We have over
Oh,
70
yes.
different shareable e-tab games that you can play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5 with awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games. We'd love for you to check them out.
Absolutely. Go and check out all the different ETAB games we have going on, whether it be Firefighters, the great ETAB we released, or even Wicked Seas, the ones we highlighted earlier. There are so many different ones that you guys should be checking out. We are closing our way into the holiday season, so maybe get ready for some holiday themed ETAB games. It's a
Yeah.
lot of fun, and there's a lot of cash in each of them for you guys to go and choose and play.
I'll shout out Tristan's favorite game, Winter Wolves. So
Ooh,
check that one out as we're getting into the winter season.
absolutely.
Well, as we are getting into this game right here, we got players 2 balls away. Now 1 ball away for 4 of our players as we are still in line to be able to give out this minor jackpot. We only got 1 more ball to try and give it out. Right here is to that last opportunity as we move on once again in this game 6. That minor jackpot will be grown into a game number 7 as we give out $79.10 to Webster over at VFW Spring Lake Park and Nuts over at Diamond Gems. They split up $79.10 in this game 6 as we get enrolled into this game number 7. That minor prize, 54 balls or less.
Absolutely. You guys 64 balls or less.
Yeah.
But you guys should definitely be getting enrolled in it. And as you guys do so, we're going to be jumping into some on this day in music history. On today in 1955, the music equivalent to the Babe Ruth trade, Sun Records owner Sam Phillips sells Elvis Presley's contract to RCA for $35,000.
Ooh.
It wasn't all bad for Phillips, as Presley had just 1 year left on his contract, and Phillips invested the money into a local hotel chain called the Holiday Inn, which ended up making him a bigger fortune than anything he had done previously in music.
A crazy just
It's so
circumstance.
funny.
Just really, really funny little coincidence. I actually just stayed in a Holiday Inn this past week, and so
Ooh.
kind of even closer to home
Shout
there.
out Sam Phillips.
Yeah, super funny though, as selling Elvis Presley's contract. It's funny to think of that's like the equivalent of the Babe Ruth trade, and you think of the greatest of all time,
Yeah.
that it was like $35,000 to buy out Presley for a
Yeah.
year. Like you would have to spend $35,000 for an Elvis Presley level like performer to come for like an hour at like an event of yours,
Yeah.
like which is insane to think about the change in
Now,
that.
like a guitar pick from Elvis is $35,000, if not
Yeah,
more.
yeah. No, it's crazy. So I think it just adds to the craziness seeing that selling that actually selling Elvis's contract would have been is actually beneficial for Sam Phillips is insane to think about. All due to him investing in Holiday Inn.
Good for him, though.
Yeah, fun stuff there in music history.
Good investment.
Also on music history in 2013, Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi returns to the Hot 100 at number 25, thanks to a revival video of a Boston Celtics fan dancing to the song. Billboard tweaked their methodology earlier in the year, so streaming videos of songs were factored into the chart tally. Yeah,
Really?
so yeah, pushing that really far up in that yeah, pushing that song really far up in the Hot 100 for sure, with the YouTube video being played a ton.
That's some awesome stuff. Yeah, I am a big fan of this song. It's a very iconic one from Bon Jovi, and it's been in so many different cinematic scenes
Oh,
as
for
well.
sure.
And so it's super funny to see like what it is that people correlate like their version of like these songs to.
Uh huh.
What are their iconic moments? And some people might even say that the video of the Boston Celtics fan singing and dancing to it might be the most iconic version that they
Oh,
think of when they hear the
I
song.
mean, it probably is the most it probably affected the song's popularity more than any other moment
Yeah.
because it revitalized its popularity
All the way
because
to
dude,
number 25 on the Hot 100
in
list.
2013
Yeah.
too. So really really cool stuff. Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. Give it a listen on today as we got a little music history about it on
Yeah.
today.
And shout out his son who's engaged to Millie Bobby Brown.
I guess.
I just found out about that.
uh, well, as we have balls dropping in this game number 7 of Game Day Bingo, we got players right now 7 balls away. We'll see if which one of these 5 players can end up taking it home, or if it'll be someone outside of that as we continue to work closer and closer. We did max out on that minor jackpot as $599 is the most we can give out
Now it's
on a
just
minor
waiting to
prize.
go out to one of you guys.
Exactly. The crazy thing is when we give out that minor jackpot, that must go prize actually sticks around for the next game. So if we give it out here, $100.60 will be growing and rolling into our next game, causing for a lot of great bingo action in that game number 8. But first, we got to give out that minor jackpot in this game number 7.
And as we're waiting to see who's going to be taking home that prize, make sure you guys go and sign up at pgl.world. You'll be able to take home PGL points on our specialty nights, but not just that, get access to insider information like a monthly newsletter that gets sent out to the email you sign up with. We'll also highlight all the different people who just recently got signed up after we announce the winner who's getting to take home this great jackpot, hopefully within the next couple seconds.
Yeah, should be going out in the next few balls as we got so many players 1 ball away.
Oh yeah, and we're just itching to see who is going to be taking it home. And there it is. We have the official message.
Silver over at Whiskey Street and
Sliver.
a Sliver over at the Whiskey Street and Diva over at Medford Liquor Store. They're splitting up $599 on that minor jackpot. Good job to both of our winners in this game number 7. As we now get enrolled into a game number 8. Like I said, $100 on that Musco will be growing and rolling into this game number 8. And that's not to forget about the 53 ball or less minor prize that is still available at $5,000. Mega prize is still available at 47 balls or less, $21,000. So get enrolled in the next 2 minutes and 8 seconds to get after in this awesome bingo action as we continue to talk about PGL.world.
That's right. And I alluded to the fact that we were going to highlight some of those great players who just recently signed up. Those players include Flash 1, MCJ65, NM Batch, Stewie Deuce, KDK, Tay96, Jay Kittleson, KMM 2018, Jay Bard, no, Jarbode, BK Nettle, Joe, Tom 239, A New Man 2, as well as Schiff.
Good job to each one of those players getting signed up PGL.world. Can't wait to see you guys earn some more PGL points to get into our top 10s. Currently in our top 10s, we have in 10th place Trish over at Eagles Litchfield with 892,350 points. With 932,280 points in 9th place, we have TTWL69 over at the Crooked Pint Ale House. 8th place is Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill, Maple Grove, with 953,690 points. With 959,910 points, in seventh place, it's OE50 over the Stanchion Bar. Moving into the 1 million point club with 1,034,000 points, in sixth place, we have Rakuda over the Alibi of Gilbert. Fifth place is Sherbert over the Broadway Pizza Brooklyn Park with 1,052,000 points. With 1,236,000 points in fourth place, it's Brizo over the Underground Bar and Grill Mankato. Third place is Yak over the Stanchion Bar in Hamel with 1,240,000 points. With 1,635,000 points in second place, it is Drumsky over the Underground Bar and Grill Mankato. And our number one player is Outlaw 21 over the Boulevard Bar and Grill Coon Rapids with 1,763,000 points.
Absolutely. Nicely done to Outlaw 21 and the rest of those top 10 standings. I can't wait to see all the shakeups that come after this week. On the location side of things, we start off in 10th place with Malone's Bar and Grill Maple Grove. They have 953,690 points. Then kicking off the 1 million point club in ninth place, we have the Broadway at Brooklyn or Broadway Pizza in Brooklyn Park. They have 1,052,370 points. Eighth place is Eagles Litchfield. They have 1,154,445 points. While in seventh place, they came in from unranked after last week. It's O'Brien's Pub and Rice. They have 1,165,865 points. Also coming in from unranked after last week and into sixth place, we have Moe's over at Mounds View. They have 1,194,920 points. Then with 1,485,885 points in fourth place, it's the Super Bowl of Ramsey. Fourth place is the Alibi in Gilbert. They have 1,485,000. I'm sorry. They have 1,724,460 points for the Alibi of Gilbert. Third place is the Boulevard Bar and Grill Coon Rapids as they have 1,988,995 points. Kicking off the 2 million point club in second place, it's the Stanchion Bar in Hamel. They have 2,200,685 points. While in first place, it's the Underground Bar and Grill of Mankato. They have 2,872,229 points on the season so far.
Great job to all those locations earning so many points, especially the Underground Bar and Grill Mankato. We have 45 balls dropped in this game right here of Game Day Bingo. As we got players 3 balls away, we got Diva right now 3 balls away. As we have $146 available on that double Musco prize, but we'll have to click past 53 balls or less before we are working on that prize. We'll see. Last opportunity to give out that major jackpot as we now move on to that Musco prize of $146 with Dangerous D right now 1 ball away. As we
Oh,
wait to
yeah.
see that go out, though, we do have a little bit of wild news we can talk about.
Absolutely, as they are 5-8-2 on the season so far, as the Toronto Maple Leafs defeated the Minnesota Wild 4-3 in overtime at the Avicii Arena in Stockholm on Sunday. Before we talk more about our Wild and everything going on with them, we do have our winner of this round.
Dale over at the old bank taking home $146 on the double Musco prize. Great job to you, Dale, in this great game number 8 of Game Day Bingo. We'll now be getting rolled into a game number 9 as that minor prize clicks up to 54 balls or less, becoming available once again, clicking past that major prize that's still sitting at 53 balls or less, and that mega prize sitting at $21,000 you can take home in 47 balls or less.
Absolutely. And as you guys are getting enrolled in this next round, I'm going to continue talking about our Wild, as we did just take home that loss against the Toronto Maple Leafs. But John Merrill, Jake Middleton, and Matt Zuccarello scored, while Fleury made 21 saves for the Wild, who had lost 5 in a row, including 2-1 in a shootout to the Senators on Saturday.
Yeah, definitely not what we wanted to see. It's been just rough play from our Wild. It's been interesting to see as we get more shots on goal than the other teams, but we just
hmm
don't convert nearly as many as they do. Now, is that issue with our goalie or an issue with us being able to convert on those opportunities? I think it's a mix of both, and we need to see that even out a bit more. Hopefully, we can see that even out this Friday against the Avalanche at 7:30 p.m. As we play that next game. A little bit of a break to give us, hopefully get our heads back together and screwed on straight as we try to get back into that win column.
Absolutely. We'll if you want to send some good mojo to the Wild's way, go and check out the great eTab game, Let's Go Wild. You can check out that Slapshot bonus round as well to take home some huge prizes there. It is a great way to show your support for our Wild.
Another way to show your support for your pilot games is to take photos with maybe maybe a wild themed game day bingo
Oh, yeah.
or playing that wild themed eTab game. Whatever it is, we love seeing player pictures of you winning those jackpot message, whatever it is, having a great time playing pilot games. Snap those photos, directly share those by messaging us on Facebook, posting them onto any of your social media with the hashtag pilot games, or by emailing them to jackpots@pilotgames.com. You can see them right next to Sophie. I just called you. Yeah. Jordy, as we now are getting enrolled into this next game.
Absolutely. That is some awesome stuff. We love highlighting all the different player pictures we possibly can. So make sure you guys send them directly to us. We love to see them. Our Instagram is also a great page for you guys to go and check out and see some great player photos as well.
Oh, yeah. As we get enrolled into this next game, our Vikings have now dropped to 6-5 on the season. Not quite what we wanted to see, as Denver got a 21-20 victory over the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday night, ending the NFL's longest winning streak of 5 games. Dobbs threw for 221 yards and a touchdown and ran for another, but lost with the Vikings. For the first time since they acquired him in the emergency trade with Arizona. He still he became the first quarterback in NFL history to have both a touchdown thrown and touchdown ran in his first 3 games with a team. Very impressive stuff. And he even impressed NFL legendary coach Sean Payton. Man, he is a lot slippier than I ever realized. He was tough to get down, Broncos coach Sean Payton said. He is taller. I turned to offensive coordinator Joe Lombardi in pregame and said, gosh, I don't remember Dobbs being 6'3". Just really fun stuff there, as Dobbs has been surprising a lot of different coaches this year as he's been playing fantastic for our Vikings. I was glad that he looked good against Denver. There was a lot of times where it didn't come down to our defense. It didn't come down to the offensive personnel. It felt kind of Kevin O'Connell's fault on losing that game. He was a little bit too passive in the first quarter when we could have been able to build up a lead. I thought he should have been a little bit more aggressive. And then turnovers were the name of the game that really sealed the deal for us. But our defense played really well throughout the entirety of the game. Denver only scored 1 touchdown in that match of it. The rest of it was only field goals. And we need to be able to score more points than 21 in a matchup against the Denver Broncos. And so, definitely would like to see a little bit better play calling from Kevin O'Connell, but that's just a learning process, and he's still getting better as a head coach. So great stuff there as we get better. We try and get better, as that Denver Broncos team is not a bad team. They just beat the Bills and the Chiefs, and so for us to play a close game with them is not as bad as it was previously perceived.
We do have Wood Tick, who's getting to take away $22 over at Diamond Gyms in this great round, game number 9. Now we're about to get enrolled in game number 10. You guys definitely want to be getting enrolled. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got even more jackpots galore, and we're just waiting to give out some more cash prizes to you out there waiting for it. But we do have some even more exciting news, as we do, in fact, have a Vikings game going on tonight against the Bears. Is it tonight or next week?
Next week,
Okay, I was going to say, there's no day, there's only Monday.
we don't have back-to-back games.
I was going to say, that would be a lot.
That would destroy an NFL's person's body. If you're getting hit by 350-pound men back to back, full force, oh my goodness! I'm just imagining the kind of
Yeah.
pain that you would leave in if you had to go back to back days like that.
I was gonna say,
Ooh.
as soon as I said that it was today, I was like, that seems like a lot. That seems not right.
No one would play in the NFL if that was the case. Yeah, we got till next week for the Bears game. That's actually a game we were giving out tickets to just a little bit just this past week. Should be a lot of fun, as our Vikings will be wearing wearing their throwback uniforms, and so I think that's always a fun twist.
Absolutely. That's some great stuff. Make sure you guys are checking that out next Monday at 7:15 when we go up against the Bears. Now, if you guys want to show your support in the meantime, you can go and check out the great E-Tab game, Vikings Victory. You guys can play that wherever you play Pilot games and check out the Skull bonus round where you got to pick a lucky letter and try and take home some huge prizes there. It's a lot of fun and a great way to show your support.
Absolutely. Another way to show your support is by playing Skull Bingo, which is what we play during that happy hour action from 4 to 6 every single day. And currently, those top Skull Bingo players sit like this in our standings. Jake over at Moorhead Billiards is in 10th with 132,000 points. With 134,000 points in ninth, we have Barry K over at Ambiance on Albion. Rock Rider over the Incline Station Bowling Center is in 8th with 140,000 points. With 158,000 points in 7th place, we have Jackie at Outtakes. Allie over the Little Village Pub is in 6th place with 169,000 points. As 5th place sits with 174,000 points, and that's Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. Oswald starts off the 200,000 point club over at Friar Tuck's Pub with 204,000 points in 4th. 240,000 points for our 3rd place player, Fast Eddie over at Elks Lodge Owatonna. Moving on to the 300,000 point club, we got Brother Nate over at the Chart House with 339,000 points in 2nd. But skipping that 400,000 point club and shooting on over to the 500,000 point club, we have our number one player. It's none other than Call Me Jen over at JR Mac, who sits with 523,000 points, just dominating this season.
Absolutely, just being awesome this season. Nicely done to call me Jen. I'm gonna hop into those Skull Bingo location standings though, because you're helping out each location that you guys play at earn some points as well. Kicking it off in 10th place, we have MTs on 8th. They have 225,000 points on the season. With 241,000 points in ninth place, we have Elks Lodge Owatonna. While in 8th, Little Village Pub currently sits with 252,000. With 268,000 points in 7th place, we have Eagles Albert Lay. While in 6th, we got Friar Tuck's Pub with 274,000 points. With 331,000 points in 5th place, we have Clive's Roadhouse Burnsville. While in 4th place, we have Outtakes, currently sitting with 396,000 points. 3rd place is the Chart House, who has 456,000 points. While in 2nd, Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards sits with 504,000 points. Number 1, the home of our first place player, is JR Mac. They currently sit with a whopping 605,000 points on the season.
Great job to you, J.R. Mac, having a really good season as 605 points is a hard point total to get to. And they've just been running up to that point total all season long as they just get a ton of wins. Every single day, mostly due to Call Me Jen, as they are always playing out there. But moving on to some celebrity birthdays as we are working in this game number 10. Before we get into those celebrity birthdays, I'd like to shout out all those players who are playing right now on their birthday. We shoot you out a bunch of luck as you get through your bingo playing day. And I'll even stack Jordy up with some of this luck to send out to you guys.
Absolutely. There you go. Right out to ya.
Yeah, as we now get into our first celebrity birth. Well, actually, before we get into our first celebrity birthday, we have our winner.
Alberto, he's getting to take away $20 on that great Musco prize over at the halftime rec. Nicely done to our 10th game winner. We're about to get into our second to last game here live with you guys. Make sure you guys get enrolled in a game number 11.
Born on today in 1889, we got Edwin Huddle, a American astronomer.
Astronomer.
Thank you. He made the discovery of the galaxies and red shift.
Yeah, the red shift. It's just insane. I don't really understand how you could perceive the concept of a galaxy in 1889.
Yeah,
Or I guess it would be in like 1900 when
and
it happened, but
still insane to
I
think
yeah, it
about.
just doesn't make sense to me.
And
And
that's
we're seeing even depictions that are uh like drawings on sediment from
hmm
past even times before that that are depicting theories of psychology and
hmm
physics and even astronomy. There was a depiction of the solar system laid out on
uh-huh.
cave carving, and
Yeah.
they were just like, how do you
How do
how do you
you
have this?
Yeah, yeah. Well, lots of people make lots of guesses, And
Very cool.
cool that some people, they make the right hypothesis. And Edwin Hubble, made a great discovery there.
Very impressive man.
Born in 1941, we got Dr. John, an American musician who did Right Place, Wrong Time.
Uh-huh. Oh, happy birthday, Dr. John. Next up, in 1951, we've got Roger Bummus. He is the American television and voice actor for none other than Squidward Tentacles.
Yeah, one of my favorite animated characters of all time, and so great as you view kind of Squidward as the villain
The
of
cynical neighbor.
the whole series, and then you slowly realize as you get older
You become Squidward.
that you are Squidward and that you would hate having a neighbor like SpongeBob, and
Absolutely.
and you totally you view Squidward in a whole new light once you become an adult.
Absolutely.
Definitely a great voice actor that knew how to make that noisily and nasally
Nasally. Yeah.
annoyed voice really really well.
And yeah, no, to be honest with you, I always thought of Mr. Krabs as the villain in SpongeBob.
Did you?
Yeah.
I never thought of Mr. Krabs as a villain either. I don't know if I thought of anybody as like a villain
He
in
just wasn't a good
SpongeBob.
guy, you know.
Yeah, no, he wasn't. He wasn't. Next up, born on today in 1959, we got Sean Young, an American actress
Mhm.
in Dune, as well as Blade Runner. Also, as I think in one of the Ace Ventura movies as
Oh,
well, if I'm not mistaken.
very cool.
Very big time actress.
Yeah, I can't say I'm too familiar. Maybe if I see her face.
Yes, she's
Yeah.
in Ace Ventura: Pet
Oh my
Detective.
goodness, you know who she's Einhorn and Finkel.
Yes.
She's Finkel is Einhorn.
Yes. Yes, that is her.
Yes, that's where I know her from.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Happy birthday. Next up, in 1963, we have Min Ya Wen. She is the Macau born actress. She was in Mulan as well as the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Very
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
very cool stuff. Cool actress that's been in a few different things. She's also in the Book of Boba Fett, Street Fighter, The Joy Luck Club, in a lot
Mm-hmm.
of Disney stuff. Seems to be a lot of her career has been doing stuff with Disney.
Is Street Fighter Jean Claude Van Damme?
I think so, if I'm not Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, is Jean Claude Van Damme. Great name. Born in 1965 on today, we got Mike D or Mike Diamond, American rap vocalist, a part of the Beastie Boys. You gotta fight for your right to
How
party.
can you even say it without saying it in
Um,
an aggressive Beastie Boys tone?
because
I had to like fight from saying it as it came out of your mouth.
uh yeah,
Good
also
stuff.
has Gas Monkey.
Mm-hmm.
You got
Brass Monkey.
yeah, Brass Monkey. I always said Gas Monkey for some reason. All growing up, I thought it was Gas Monkey,
They
and
might take gas at some point in there.
and then I've been corrected a million and two
Brass
times that
Monkey.
it is Brass Monkey.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Beastie Boys.
But I will forever probably say Gas
Gas
Monkey.
Monkey. Good stuff. Happy birthday, Mike Diamond D.
Next up, born in 1983, we got Future, an American rapper and singer-songwriter who did High Off Life, as well as many other big works.
Is Future the one from Migos that's married to Cardi B?
Um, yes.
I don't think so.
Was he at one point? I thought he was at one point, but I could be completely wrong.
Hmm.
But yeah, he's done a lot of big works. I know him mostly for his 2015 and 2017 album, DS2 and Future, his
Mm-hmm.
self-titled album. Both those were two of my favorite works of his. After that, I kind of just got out of the rap game.
Yeah.
Got out of the rap game. Got out of listening
Listening to
to
rap.
rap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. But that's some awesome stuff. Happy birthday, Future, on today, as well as all the other celebrities as well. Did you catch that winner?
No, we missed that winner, so we'll be announcing that in just a second once we grab that winner in just a little bit. But
Absolutely. But you guys are getting enrolled in your final game of Game Day Bingo that Ian and I are going to be here live with you guys for. Just that past round in the game number 11, we ended up having King Tut himself. He ended up taking home $26.90 over at the Broadway bar.
great stuff there. Well, good job to all of our celebrity birthdays and our great winner there in that game number 11. We're now getting rolled into this final game of Game Day Bingo that we're going to be here live for you with you guys. 60 balls or less for that minor prize, so we have a high likelihood of seeing that go out in this
Ooh,
game.
ooh.
$176. You guys will get more game day bingo games coming from 1 all the way till 4 p.m. And you won't want to miss out on that either, as that major prize is looking pretty enticing as it gets
Pretty
to
scrumptious.
I wouldn't say that. $6,000. As soon as it hits that mark, it will be clicking up from 53 to 54 balls or less, getting more exciting as we keep on playing this great game. But
Oh
as you
yeah.
guys are playing this great game, we got to talk about some movies released on today.
Absolutely, because in 1992, Home Alone 2 was released, Lost in New York.
This is arguably better or just as good as Home Alone 1. It was a very entertaining 2, which is very hard to do in such a popular like movie series, to have the 2 be
The
almost as
sequel
good
is
as is
never
1.
the sequel is almost never as better, as good if not better. And
Hmm.
so it's very very impressive if they can do that with a sequel.
And then I love the bird lady in this
Oh,
one.
and she's feeding the pigeons in
Yeah,
the park.
great lady. He's way more violent in this one, which I very much enjoy. He's dropping full bricks off of two-story buildings on guys' heads.
Yeah, it was this one I think I stopped watching.
Yeah, after this one, I didn't really pay attention to any of the. I think I watched a few others, but I didn't really care. Yeah, because they
Oh
replace
yeah, Macaulay Culkin.
with in the third one. But yeah, those first two so good with Macaulay Culkin.
Did you know Macaulay Culkin dated Mila Kunis for like
Yes.
almost a decade?
Hmm.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
Found that out this morning.
it's one
The
of
more
those.
you know.
This is one of those things. Yeah.
Weird one.
2009 released on today, The Blind Side. This is one of those things that I really enjoyed the movie. But it's kind of sad to think about that it's was kind of a manipulation of Michael Orr's story to make
Yeah.
money for that family, and just he didn't really get the respect that he deserved in it.
Because this
So.
was such an inspiring story throughout all of the past decades of when this first came to light, and
Mhm.
so it was really interesting.
It made me a huge Michael Orr fan for
Absolutely. Well, I
years,
mean, he's
watching
just
the
impressive,
yeah,
but
watching the Baltimore Ravens as he
yeah.
played for the Baltimore Ravens through the time where I actually knew of him, and
Mhm.
so I was always rooting for him, and so it
Yeah.
was kind of. I still think his story is something to root for,
Mhm.
super heavily.
It's just a bummer how it came to
Yeah,
be in the
because
film.
I liked SJ too, and I liked the Sandra Bullock's character. I thought Tim McGraw played a great character as well, and so it was a good movie, and so it was sad to hear that it wasn't nearly as true as they made it out to be. Also released in 2009 on today, Twilight, Sage
Saga.
Saga, New Moon.
So this is another one where arguably it's better than the first. This is the one where it's got the like icon. This is like Taylor Lautner's iconic movie. Other than
Ah,
like when she has her baby, New Moon is like when he becomes the werewolf. It's
yes.
like this is his movie.
Mm-mm.
This has got his cringy lines. This has got like prime Taylor Lautner, and it's so good, so good. Awesome stuff on today.
Yeah, last one released on today in 2015, Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. Uh,
Yeah, I've only seen this once, but I need to watch all of them because I'm very excited for
I
the new
don't know if
one.
I've ever seen this one, to be
Really?
honest. If because I kind of just missed out on those movies. I heard that
Mhm.
they weren't going to finish them, and so I just was like,
Yeah, I
I
heard
don't, I
they
don't.
had a
Yeah,
lot of people weren't happy with them by the end of the series.
exactly. And so now that they're coming out with more stuff again, I might have to give it a watch at
Well,
some
I
point.
just watched this beautiful interview of Hunter Schafer, the blonde actress from
Yeah.
Euphoria, and it was them as a child dressing up as one of the Capitol members, and like just this homemade, very comical outfit to like their character now in the Hunger Games, and they like held up the pictures side by side on Jimmy
Hmm.
Fallon, and it was such a cute full circle
Very
moment.
cute. We do have a winner here as D. Aaron over at or Darren
Darren.
over at Nason's Riverside Sports Bar. He's taking home $39.70. Good job to Darren. As we also got to highlight a charity spotlight.
That's right. Molly, who was playing over at Shooter's Bar Fountain, took home $44,531 just last week. And while they took home that great prize and played over at Shooter's Bar Fountain, they supported the Fountain Firefighters Relief Association. Their mission is to raise, achieve, keep, and administer all funds keeping into coming into its hands from any source for the support and relief of its members and their dependents or for any other purpose, and to pay out such funds as provided in the bylaws of the association and the laws of the state of Minnesota.
Very good stuff. And just a reminder that when you guys are playing pilot games, your community wins. Have a good little Lucky Four bingo and game day bingo. We'll be back from 4 to 6 to play some school bingo with you guys.